Hello there, Nicole Dragosic here. Today we're going to be talking about Google Hangouts. There's just a few things we need before we can get started. First, you want to make sure that you and everyone who's going to participate in the Hangout has a Google account. Many of us in education already have Google accounts through Google Apps for Education. I know at the ESC, we've had our regular email accounts, for example mine, in dragosic@esc18.net, converted into Google Apps accounts. If you aren't sure, I can look that up for any of our districts here in Region 18. Just shoot me a message. Next, you're going to need Google Chrome's web browser. Google Chrome is going to give us the best experience when we're dealing with any of Google's applications. You also want to make sure that you're signed into Google's Chrome web browser. This will make sure your account details sync over when we're playing with those applications. Finally, you want to make sure that you have Google App Launcher. Google App Launcher is like a little system tray, kind of like the Start menu, that'll give us easy access to any of the Google applications that we install from the Chrome Web Store. If you aren't sure how to do any of these things, no worries. I'll post some instructions below the video. Okay, let's get started looking at Hangouts. The first thing that we want to do is install the Google Hangouts application. I already have open my Google Chrome web browser, which is the little web browser with the green, red, yellow, and blue icon. To get to any Google application, it's always easiest to type whatever the application name is, .google.com. So if I was trying to go to Google Drive, I would go to drive.google.com. To get to Hangouts, I would go to hangouts.google.com. Google will automatically handle any sort of corrections that need to be made to the URL, and it lands me right on the Hangouts page. I want to install the Hangouts app, so I'm going to click the Get Hangouts button. It's going to ask it for what kind of device I would like to install the app. I'm not going to cover installing Hangouts for your mobile device, so we're just going to look at installing it on the computer. This is actually a Google Chrome extension, so it'll pop up and say, would you like to add this to Chrome? And I do, so I'm going to click the Add button. And now it's going to show up in my app launcher. I'm going to go ahead and open Hangouts by clicking on Hangouts from the app launcher. And it's going to show rotating arrows in a green circle as it starts to load. And then here I can see a list of all of my most recent Hangout conversations. Now that we have Hangouts installed, whenever somebody invites us to participate inside of a message Hangout, we'll see that pop up above our Hangouts app over here to the right-hand side. Down at the bottom, we have several different ways that we can reply. We have the emote icons, which are much like the ones on our phone. First categories, the ones we use most often, and then you have some additional categories and the ability to scroll within each of them to reply. Once you've selected your emote icons, you can press Enter to reply. The same goes for text replies. Type in your text into the text box and press Enter to reply. Over to the right, you'll notice that you have a camera. From there, you'll be able to upload a photo, choose photos that back up from your phone should you have that enabled, choose photos from your Google Plus account, choose photos from your Google Plus album, search for videos to send, or take a new photo with your webcam. I'm going to go ahead and select a photo to send, and all I have to do is click on the photo and click Select, and it'll send it right off. Everyone inside of the chat will be able to see. When I hover over the camera, there's also a pencil that appears, and it says Draw an Image. This is kind of like a baby whiteboard. Here, I'm able to choose the different colors that I want for my pen, the different sizes, the opacity level, so whether or not it's see-through, and the shape. So if I wanted to draw a smiley, put some blue, maybe give it some green antenna. And once you're ready to send your picture, just click the Send button. At the top, you'll notice you have a gear. Here you can toggle your notifications. You can toggle whether the history is saved, view the archive of the different messages that you've had in the past with this group, or leave the Hangouts group message. Also, you'll notice at the top, it'll show you the people that are in your Hangout and give you the option to add people. Here, you can switch your Hangout to a video call. We'll cover that in a later video. And that's all there is to using Hangout messages.